Imagine walking into your own mother's house and having a stranger in uniform tell you, in front of her, that your entire life has been a mistake. That's exactly what happened to me. Rear Admiral Jessica Callahan, 51 years old, two-star flag officer, former commander of a carrier strike group, and the daughter who spent 3 decades making sure my widowed mom never wanted for anything. One weekend leave was all it took for a retired Army brigadier general to try to strip me of every stripe I'd earned with blood and salt water. Hey warriors, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from today. And if you've ever had someone look you in the eye and basically call you a failure for daring to be a powerful woman, smash that like button so this story finds the people who need it. I hadn't been home to Virginia Beach in 14 months. When Mom's voice on the phone started sounding lighter, almost teenage giddy, I knew someone new had walked into her life. I was happy for her until I met him. Friday evening, September, the air still thick with summer. I stepped through the front door in service dress blues, sea bag over my shoulder, and there he was, Brigadier General Richard Rick Vaughn, ramrod straight in khakis and a golf shirt, standing in my mother's living room like he'd personally annexed it. "Jessica, sweetheart." Mom rushed over, then hesitated, fingers brushing her necklace the way she used to when Dad was deployed. "This is Rick." He offered a handshake you could calibrate instruments with. "Heard plenty about you, Commander." Not Admiral.
Not ma'am.
Commander. I felt the room tilt. "It's Admiral now, sir. 2 stars last year." A flicker of surprise, then recovery.
Right.
"Congratulations are in order, then." But the damage was done. In one breath, he dropped me 6 pay grades. Dinner was worse. Rick held court about his time at the Pentagon, his advisory gigs in Qatar, the time he briefed the Secretary of Defense. Every time Mom tried to mention her decades running the Navy Relief thrift shop, he smiled the way you smile at a child who's brought you a finger painting and steered the conversation back to himself. Then he turned his guns on me. "Ever think about settling down, Jessica? Clock's ticking louder than you think. Career's fine, but a woman needs more than a set of orders to keep her warm at night." I set my fork down very carefully. "General, I've commanded 5,000 sailors in the South China Sea and stared down adversaries who had actual missiles pointed at us. I sleep just fine." Mom laughed too brightly. "Rick's old school, honey. He doesn't mean anything by it." Old school. That was the refrain I'd heard for weeks. He's old school.
He means well.
Later, I retreated to my old bedroom. Still the same Navy pennants on the wall, same photo of me pinning on Captain in 2008, Mom crying proud tears. Through the thin walls I heard him in the kitchen. "She's touchy, Diane. Comes with the territory when women try to play in a man's world." I stood there gripping that framed photo, so hard the glass cracked in my hand. Next morning, 0500, I'm in PT gear making coffee when he marches in like he's doing a barracks inspection. "Early riser. Good discipline," he said, as if he were still signing my fitness reports. He started rearranging Mom's kitchen cabinets, moving her mugs to a higher shelf for efficiency. I kept scrolling through classified traffic on my tablet. He hated being ignored. "Your mother worries, you know.
You jetting off all the time.
She's not going to be around forever. Be nice if she had someone permanent looking after her." The tablet creaked under my fingers. "General Vaughn, with respect, I've been looking after my mother since I was 12 years old. I think I've got it covered." He gave that condescending chuckle. "Independent woman. I get it. Just saying there's a natural order." That was the moment the dam broke. I stood up slowly.
"Rick.
Let me make something perfectly clear. This is my mother's house. I paid the mortgage when your pension wouldn't stretch far enough. I flew home from 3 war zones to hold her hand through chemo. And I have never, ever needed a man to tell me what my life should look like. You've been here 4 months. I've been her daughter for 51 years. Step carefully." The kitchen went dead silent except for the coffee maker gurgling its last. Mom walked in right then, eyes wide. Rick opened his mouth, closed it, then tried the bluster. "Young lady, you will not speak to me." "Actually, I will." I cut in, voice low and calm, the same tone I use when I'm about to launch strike aircraft. And if you ever again imply that my mother needs you more than she needs me, you will discover exactly how creative a flag officer can get when someone threatens her family. He stared. Mom stared. I never raised my voice once. Rick left that afternoon to give us space. He hasn't been back since. Mom and I spent the rest of the weekend on the porch swing like we did when I was a kid, drinking sweet tea and laughing until we cried. Sometimes love isn't polite. Sometimes boundaries sound like a 2-star admiral dressing down a 1-star retiree in her mama's kitchen at dawn. Ladies, your achievements are not negotiable. Your voice is not up for debate. And if any man, general, admiral, or civilian ever tries to shrink you in your own house, you remind him whose name is on the deed to your life. If this hit home, share it with every woman who's ever been told to sit down and smile. And if you're ready for the full story of what happened when he tried to come crawling back 6 months later, subscribe, because part 2 is wild.